Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Wanted to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video, and we'll talk soon.
Well, hey family, happy Tuesday. This is Darlene stopping by to make something really pretty today. We are going to be using some of the two color hand painted beads. One bead is black with purple, the other one is a real pretty cranberry red with purple. And we're going to be using these beads. We're going to use some of our two color coconut chips for some charms. That's what we're going to be doing. And then some other stuff. For those of you who have, you may watch a video here and there, and that video may have been uploaded in 2003 or early 2004. And it was uploaded in the members area. So what happened is, because the video is like a year old or maybe a year and a half years old, I release it into general population. That way anybody can watch it. So I may be talking about things in the video that may be old. So that's why you have to look in the description. And what I put down there is originally released on whatever date it was originally released. And then that will give you some type of insight to when that video was released and the content in the video, if it's current or if it's old. Because people have been reaching out about certain things that are in some membership videos that I have released into general population, but those things are like old, or they were specifically for members or something, something like such. So just kind of look in the description, look at what it says at the top, and it'll say originally released, and then it'll have the date, and then that way you know if it's an old video or not. Because I think what happens is when YouTube releases it, like when I take it out of members and put it in public, it goes into public like it's a brand new video, which it kind of like is to the general public, but it's not to members. So some members more than likely have already seen it, and that's good stuff. And that's the point of being a member. You get to see certain things or videos first before anybody else. And then I do have a lot of videos that are still member videos that at some point I am going to release them because they're a year old, a year and a half old, or I released them like maybe July, August of last year. And I figure that's a lot of time between members getting to see a video versus general population getting to see the video. That's a lot of delay time for, like certain videos. And that's the sense for the membership anyway area. We're going to make a bracelet. I wasn't sure of the focal I wanted to use for this. I don't even know if I want to use a focal, if I just want to use or if I just want to use the beads, right? In fact, let's just do that. Let's take a look and see if we just want to use beads first. And then we're going to be using some of these charms. Because sometimes we don't need a focal if we got, good charms and pretty charms and all that kind of stuff. I know we got some pretty beads. We'll see how this works out. And if it don't work out like we think it's going to work out, what do? We will go ahead and take it apart and then do something else with it. That's all there is. There ain't no more, right? That's all there is. There ain't no more. Something else I wanted to tell you guys too, though. Based on emails and stuff I've been getting, I forgot what it was. I'm gonna have to go back in there and read. Because sometimes people won't put comments. They'll send me emails about things. And I can't, because sometimes, people will write a whole book. And it's like, I don't have time to read the whole book. So I try to, when I say a whole book, I mean, people will have a whole lot to say in an email. And it's like, I don't have the time to That's pretty. I don't have the time to do that all the time. There are times I will set time aside to read through, certain things, but I just don't have the time to do it all the time. And then there's some things in there I was going to talk about, but I don't remember what it was. Questions and different things. But I know that's one something I wanted to bring up about those videos. And if you hear something in the video, just look at the description. And another thing, you can always tell when it's a newer video because of the background. So in the older videos, I think I have the jars of beads and stuff that are kind of lined up right here. The newer videos where is something new that came out because you will see this background. But those other ones you could to me they look a little old, like they're older, but if you've never seen it before, of course you wouldn't know. So calm down with that, Miss Darlene. I know, I know. I hope everybody is doing well though. So I'm not going to put a focal on this one. I'm going to go ahead and just tie this one and see what we get, because I really, really like the beads. These beads are available on my website. Also, there's some other goodies on there too. Some, oh yeah, that is gorgeous, just like that. That is really pretty, just like that. It really don't need anything on it, but yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. We need some of these charms on here. That's what we need on here, honey. If you don't calm yourself down, we're not finished. Oh no, we're not finished at all. We're gonna put some charms on here, and we're gonna put the charms around the entire bracelet. And why are we gonna do that, Miss Darlene? Because I want to. That's why we gonna do that, because I want to. Somebody had asked me the other day if I was coming to a certain event, and she had asked me, she said, Darlene, you coming to the event? And I said, no. And she said, why? And I said, because I don't want to. That's why I don't want to. She just looked at me like, oh, okay, yeah, don't be asking me why. I just said, no, you don't need an explanation. All you need to know is I'm not coming. That's all there is. There ain't no more. I was leaving the church building the other day, and not my church building, but my sister's congregation, where she does like food distributions and all kind of community work. And I had went over there this particular day to help her. And when I left, I'm driving down the street, just being a grown person and obeying the laws of the land and the stop signs and all this other kind of stuff. And a lady literally came from the east. That stop sign, she literally ran the stop sign and turned right in front of me and stopped her car. And if I wasn't paying attention, or had I been speeding, I would have ran right in the back of her. And the reason why she stopped like that, she stopped the car and she jumped out, and she said to the guy that was on that street, you were going slow like that because you wanted to. You wanted me to run into the back of you. Some stuff she was saying. I mean, she was cutting up, hollering and screaming, and like literally stopped the car on a active street. And all these cars were lined up behind me and stuff. And I was just like, wow. So her being in the street was almost like in the middle of the street. So I'm trying to figure out which way I'm gonna be able to go around her, because she got the door open and she talking crazy. And I was just like, Lord, it is too active outside for me. So I was able to just go around the left side of her and just kind of ease on down the road. And I was just like, wow, it's crazy. She just went right through the stop sign, like no thought at all, not even considering if a car was coming or nothing. And I was just like, wow, people just out here not thinking, just doing all kind of strange stuff. And that's probably why I don't like going out too much more. I don't like going out too much. Too much going on. Too much going on. And that's unfortunate. People seem like they're ruder. It just don't make no sense. I was in the grocery store the other day. I was mad at every worker in the grocery store, knowing them people ain't got nothing to do with the prices. Okay, I was just like, man, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Everything I liked was priced a little bit higher. This is really pretty, really, really pretty. And they got fruit price so high, ain't nobody gonna be eating fruit in a minute. Oh my God, look at that. I'm gonna make a second bracelet. Hold on a second. I'm not finished. I'm gonna make a second bracelet. They got fruit. Fruit is so expensive, you almost don't even want to buy the fruit. And I don't know if it's just me or anybody else, but no sooner than I get that fruit home, it seems like it lasts 2 days, if three. I want to say maybe up to 3 days. If I don't eat that stuff up, it's like it'll start molding fast. I'm like, what in the world? This don't even make no sense. And drawing fruit flies faster, it seems like. And maybe it's just all in my mind, but I'm like, it ain't all in my mind. Some strange things is going on for a little bit of change. Oh yeah, I like this. And the way that this is, it would have to have a double bracelet probably under the bottom. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a double. So it's something for everybody. Anybody, everybody. I'm gonna fill this up with coconut chips and then I'm gonna make a second bracelet. I've been busy. I know you guys probably have too. It's always something to do. When somebody say they're bored or they don't have nothing to do, I don't get that when people say that. It's like, how you gonna be bored or how you don't have nothing to do? It's like so many things that we can be doing, not even necessarily creating. Like volunteering and just all kind of stuff. There's like a lot of things to be doing. Like, I mean, like very productive things. Volunteer at senior centers or like at places where they have children, like all type of things. It's all type of activities and different things that people can, like volunteer for. Even classes, if you wanted to go to a class, or I just don't understand that when people say that they bored and they don't have nothing to do. It's always something to do. It just, I guess it matters what you want to do, right? And then most things most people don't want to do. So I guess. Okay. So with this one, oh yeah, this is really nice. I'm gonna make a second bracelet, and then what'll happen with the second bracelet? It'll take up some of the shoot. This is fine, like this. It'll take up some of the slack under the bottom of the bracelet. This bracelet, so it'll help the charms lay even. This is nice, just like this. And you already know I'm gonna probably would make one of these for myself because I like it. I like all that jazziness like that on the wrist, but I can see it needs a second bracelet. So we're gonna make a second one, and the second one we're gonna make it with a focal, and we probably won't put charms on it because we have enough charms on the first bracelet. Go ahead and cut it off, and then let's just go with our little wood piece, small little hematite, little bitty one to give us some space. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it don't want to act right. And maybe it does. We shall see. Okay. Do that like that. And then we got a couple of small beads over here. Put these on here just to add a little bit more cuteness and color. to use some more of our two-tone beads. These are some beautiful beads in person. I'm sure the camera or the pictures do these no justice. These are some beautiful beads. I was gonna make them 3 colors, but you know how you be working and you be like, ugh, it's midnight. I don't want to put a second color on them. I mean a third color on them. I'll go with the the two-tone. And that's what I did. Went with the two-tone. Let's put one more on here. Yeah, and that should be good. Oh, yeah, this should look really nice. So let's see what we got. We're going to go ahead and tie it down. And I am using 1.5 millimeter cord, which is a pretty thick cord. And I like to use it for the bigger beads. These beads are 20 millimeter. Oh, somebody was asking me something about the paint. I did a video with a paint swirl or something in there, and then somebody was asking me. She said that she had watched somebody else's video, and the lady was using some type of bottle or something, and I used a baggie to do the same exact thing. I don't know what video the lady watched, but she said she had watched the video, and she was asking me about the something about some bottles and or something, and I was saying her, well, you watched my video. I use a plastic bag, and I have no idea what video you watched, right? And I was saying to her, it does not matter. Is the end is what you want to use. It's not even about me using a plastic bag, and why would I use a plastic bag versus a plastic bottle, and like all this kind of stuff. First of all, I'm not buying no plastic bottles, ma'am. If I can get 1,000 plastic bags for $1.25, and I can keep using bag after bag after bag, and not have to clean up a mess, why would I buy a bottle? To me, that for me, that does not make sense. Now anybody else can do whatever they want to do. And I had to tell the lady, please don't send me nothing else asking me anything about anything like that. That don't even make no sense to me. So I try to make it clear the way that I do things is not law. It's not absolute. You do not have to do it exactly like what you see me do. It's just ideas. It's what I'm doing. I'm sharing. I like what I'm doing. I don't make practice to copy what people are doing. That's just not my groove. It never has been my groove, and if chances it never will be. So when people, you see people using equipment and machines and all this kind of stuff, that's the way that they've chosen to create their beautiful art and pieces and stuff. I just happen to not be that type of person. I'm sensible in the sense of spending my money. If it does not make sense to me to buy, and I can figure out another way to do something, I'm not spending money like that. And see, that's the whole everything with capitalism. It sets it up to make you believe that you can't do without it. I can do without it. I'm gonna keep doing without certain things. So if I can get 1,000 bags for $1.25, I don't think it's 1,000 bags, but if I can get a bunch of plastic bags and do the same thing that somebody else is doing with a plastic bottle, and when they finish, they got to clean the plastic bottles out, but I'm throwing bags away. Uh, to me, it's a no-brainer. But that's just the way I do it. So my thing is, do what you do how you want to do it. It don't matter what other people are doing. That blows me away with people. That's nice, right? Oh, you know what? And we might want to make another one to go on top of this, right? Oh, that's what we're gonna do too. We're gonna make a third one. We may not. Let's see. We might have to mix. Oh, I like that, huh? I'm gonna make a third one and put it right on top of here, so to make it a nice full wrist. Let's do that. And that's my thing. Like, do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever works for you. You don't have to do. It's like, and the thing is, it's like find your creative space. Wherever your creative place is, find your creative place and just live there. That's what you do. Just align yourself with your creative mind and the way that you like doing things and go from there. And you'll watch videos or whatever, and you'll be encouraged many times, or creatively you'll be encouraged or inspired, to make something. But just to be, you know, just because somebody else is doing it and the way that they're doing it, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing, and I don't apologize for it. But I'm going to use this little gold piece. So do what you're comfortable doing. That's all. Create, and don't be afraid to be creative. If you want to mix orange and gray together and then put a blue something on it, do that. That's being creative. Just because everybody else is using 8 millimeter and 10 millimeter beads, that is not a law that you have to use 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter gemstones. It's like whatever. If you wanna, if you wanna use all rocks from your garden, put drill holes in the rocks from your garden and polish them up and do all that and create some beautiful stuff like that, by all means do that. That is you being creative. No, there is no law that says how and what and why. It's like, oh, no, we ain't doing none of that. If that was the case, it would be a lot of creativity stunted. So just remember, whatever you see me do, it is not law. You do not have to do exactly what I'm doing. I do what I do. I'm sharing the designs because I do know that people, may want to get into creating and they may not have an idea of the direction they want to go in. So they might see a video and say, you know what? Ooh, I can do that, but I could do it better. And for me, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Do it better. I do not have a problem with it. But stop asking me about what other people is doing and why I don't do it. I don't do it because I'm not going to never do it. That's not what I do. Y'all would be surprised some of the emails and stuff I get. I'm going to start showing the little emails too. I bet you people will stop emailing me because somebody else might know who they are. Okay, this is what this is. You can tell with these. Oh, stop it. If you don't get all out my business, okay? Oh, I'm loving it. The nastiness of it. Lord have mercy. Look at that. If y'all don't stop playing with me. Mm, mm, mm. And see, beauty, you can make your bracelets and earrings and necklaces as beautiful as you want to make them. I am a believer that it is the beads and the findings that you use that make them unique and definitely one of a kind. Definitely one of a kind. You could even be using some of the same beads that somebody else uses. And oh, I'm sorry, I was doing that. But I make a really big knot so I can hide it inside that big hole, and that makes it even more snug. So this is the little gold. This is gold flakes. Where's the bottle at? I took um I was trying to see if I got my gold flakes up here. I got a bottle of gold flakes. Oh, I don't see it up here. And what I did is, yeah, I don't see it up here. This is a wood piece. So I got 6 of these, I think, from Hobby Lobby. And then this part right here is gold flakes. So you can probably see that, the gold flakes. And all I did was put some Mod Podge, boom, 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 and then took some of those flakes and patted them all on that Mod Podge just like this. Boom, 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 boom. Make sure it covered everywhere. And then once it dried, I just put one little thin coat of shiny on it, like boom, to secure it on there. And then this is how that came out, nice and pretty and gold. And then we got 3 bracelets that we made. We're gonna start with the gold. Ooh, don't that look like a big old gold piece? And then we're gonna take this one. I love this. I'm gonna probably end up keeping it because I love it. And see, this is the kind of stuff I wear. I be showing out too. Don't think I don't. My hair be all over my head, and I'll have on a long, because I love wearing long dresses, and I like to wear black for some reason, because black is kind of like mysterious, right? So I like to wear black, and then I might have on a long black dress, a little V-necked, and then I have a wrist full of bracelets, and I like to wear hoops. And you can't tell me nothing. So you can't tell me nothing. And when you wear your own pieces like this, they get a lot of attention, and people will ask you, like, where'd you get that from? See, these 3 pieces are a showstopper and conversation piece. Oh my God, where'd you get that? I remember I went to a gospel meeting did we go to Long Beach? I think it was in Long Beach, and I wore a pair of earrings that I had made out of some huge coconut chips, right? I mean, they were the prettiest things you ever did see. And the sister at the congregation said, she said, "Oh my God, I love those. Where did you find them?" And I said, "Well, I made them." And she said, "Oh my God, those are gorgeous." I took them off and gave them to her. And I took them off and gave them to her because guess what? I made them so I could always make more. I never made another piece, but I gave them to her. And she was like, "Oh my God." So every time I see her, she's like, "Girl, I wear them earrings all the time." I said, "Well, not all the time because you ain't got them on today. I'm only giving them a break." I'm like, "Okay." But she was in love with them things. So I took them off and gave them to her. This is nice. Look. And my Tiffany Haddish voice. These are nice. Oh, I really like these. You guys let me know what you think. These are nasty. Lord have mercy. Look at that. Don't even say nothing to me. Look. Oh, I like that. These are really nice. You guys let me know what you think. But anyway, Darlene, Knife for Jerry BDK. Oh, the charms. These are the 2 color charms. These are on the website. These 2-tone beads are on my website, www.jbbdk.com. The link is in the description down there. I also have, I got some pendants on there too. Somebody was asking me about some pendants. Because I had some pendants on the website one time before. Those pendants sold out, and I just never put no more pendants up there for some reason. But I do have some pendants up there. There's a couple of them that I put up there, and I am going to be putting more. So you can use any type of cord that you want to use to complete these pendants. So if you wanted to use leather cord, you can use leather cord. If you want to use suede cord, wax cord, cotton cord, whatever you want to use, or even bead it. You can even bead, like how you see me make necklaces with the 18 gauge wire, and you can use these for pendants, and then bead them around if you wanted to. It's pretty much whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. That is a beautiful picture. I wish I can snap it like that. But these are some of the pendants, and I am going to be putting more pendants on the website either later on tonight or tomorrow, and they'll be like all different kind of colors and stuff. So if you're interested in any of the supplies and everything, check that website often because stuff ain't staying in stock. And when you go to it, it's sold out, and it's sold out because with the beads, They're in batches of 50, and I might have done 500 of each one of those beads, and those beads are just sold out only because all of them have been sold out. I don't do just 50 of one and that's all there is. There ain't no more. No, I'm doing them in batches. So when you see the styles on there, the styles of the beads that are on there, and they say sold out, that's only because about 500 of those have already been sold. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and they're selling like that, and that's good stuff. And I appreciate anybody that is buying, anybody that is supporting, or any. I'm appreciative. You guys already know that. You know, y'all know that. But anyway, Darlene Knight for Jerry by BDK. And guess what? We gonna talk.